Corporal. We gotta get to his place. There's a bomb.
I thought you said you didn't know Carbo.
I didn't know him before we made the bust.
You were at their house yesterday.
We know the people he was dealing with there and here. And then we got the real evidence. 12 pounds of heroin.
Here's what we've been looking for.
Hey, man, what did I do?
Dead on arrival. He had enough smack in him to kill 5 people.
This guy, Johnny, was he one of your snitches?
Yeah. I hope that's not why he was wasted.
What kind of stuff was he feeding?
He's working on a guy named Astro Jenkins.
Oh, that explains it.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, he's been dealing on the south side about a year. That's how long we've been trying to get him. And Johnny'd feed us information on him every once in a while. He tipped us Astro was supposed to score tomorrow, very big, about £1 pound.
So what do you want? You want our help or what?
Yeah, and we haven't got enough people to tail him. I mean, not the way it should be done. Every time he's broken the surveillance.
Any idea where he's planning to make the buy?
Yeah, Johnny said somewhere around the harbor. That mean something?
Yeah.
It means you may not have to follow Astro after all. See, according to our sources, there's only one guy in the harbor area who deals in pounds. That's a guy named Carbo. Did you ever hear of him?
Joseph Carbo?
No.
Yeah, well, he's got an import business. Brings in stuff from the Orient, you know, pictures, sculptures, down by the docks.
A lot of heroin.
Yeah, we got enough probable cause on him for a search warrant. But our informant wasn't sure when he'd be holding. Looks like tomorrow might be a pretty good day.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get in on it with us, I'll talk to your boss.
I'll get started on the search warrant.
By 50. Mr. Carbo and friends have just shown up.
That's a Roger.
I like that, Joe, the way you said that. It was very authoritative and right to the point. There's definitely a future in this business for you.
That's Astro.
12 by 50. Here comes Mr. Astro.
We got it.
Hey, just sit tight. I want to see if he scores before we serve the warrant on Carbo. We'll tail Astro away from here before we take him.
Hello, Bob.
Hi, Pete.
How you doing?
Fine.
Carolyn won't be long now.
Good. Ginger's getting a little restless.
She doesn't bite, does she?
Only the bad guys.
How'd you know the difference?
That's one of the problems. Let's go. Get out of here. Out.
Hey, man, what did I do?
Come on, against the car. Get your legs back.
Stay against the car. Hey, Bill.
Give me your left hand.
William?
Hey, what's that?
Jelly beans. Take him back to the office. No phone calls till we get there. Let's go see if we can't turn this thing into a parlay.
Here you go, Dick.
It's off.
Oh?
I don't think he did it on purpose. $20 too much.
Well, maybe next time we'll give him a discount.
Carbo, police officers. We have a search warrant. Open it up.
One moment, please, officer. 1 minute, I'll be right there.
You want to open it up, or do you want us to kick it in?
Just a minute, officer.
Mr. Carbo, I'm Sergeant Crowley, the police department. Larry, you want to open that back door and let him in? Mr. Carbo, you might want to take a look at this. It's your copy of the warrant. It just says that we think you're a bad boy, and it gives us the right to find out for sure. We'll take a look in your warehouse.
Look, I don't understand this at all.
You will, Mr. Carbo.
It's quite a place you got here.
What's that for? Oh, her name's Ginger. She does tricks.
Oh. Sergeant Anderson, would you like to do the honors?
I'm on.
Hey, be careful now. That's worth a lot.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Hey, what I said before I...
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
I suppose all these others are worth a lot, too.
I don't know anything about that. That's all I gotta say.
Well, maybe you'll think of something else to say once we get you downtown.
I won't be downtown long enough to talk to anybody. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna call my attorney
We
and have him
do
start
mind.
running a writ.
We do mind. You can call him after you've been booked. Papa.
Hey, baby. This is Mr. Rosen, my daughter, Angela.
I heard the radio.
Yeah, I guess it'll be all over the papers, too. It'll be great for my business.
What happened?
They arrested me. Mr. Rosen bailed me out.
They said it was heroin?
I guess it was. I couldn't tell heroin from baking soda. What happened, Angela? I ordered a bunch of little statues from Hong Kong. You know them Buddhas? Well, somebody over there stuffed them with dope. I guess the idea was that somebody at this end, well, either he buys them or steals them from me.
It happens fairly often. They pick out a businessman who's above reproach, make him sort of a transmission station.
You were just caught in the middle.
Yeah, lucky Pierre. Hey, you look like you had some doubts about it.
I just didn't know.
Well, it'll all be straightened out. I promise you. How about a drink? Want a drink?
Scotch and soda would be fine.
Would you please, baby? Just the ginger ale for me, okay? Hey. You still do believe in your father, don't you?
Sure.
Beautiful girl, huh?
And very trusting.
Hey, that's because I'm a damn good father to her. You know, you ought to try that with your own kid, Rosen. I mean, quit yelling at him. Take him to ball games. Let him know you love him.
Let's talk about your problems, Joseph. They may be greater than mine.
Tell me.
The search warrant was flawless. The arrest procedure was quite legal.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I'm supposed to defend you.
Then have your drink and go home. Look, you're a reputable lawyer. The kind of defense I'm going to have, I don't think you should know about it till it happens. This is just small potatoes, this case. Don't even get involved. In fact, when we get in court, just send me one of your assistants.
Yeah. Okay, Lou. Yes, sir, with bells on. Cargo preliminary is set for tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, Division 30.
Hey, I was supposed to have the afternoon off, buddy.
You know that you like it here. What would you do with all that free time?
Harry and I were supposed to go to the art museum. Some people have families, you know.
Yeah, well, I got a late lunch tomorrow with the skipper. Somebody's gonna have to pick up that evidence.
I'll get it.
Whose turn is it to buy around?
Crawley.
Right.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, you won't have to include me, Sergeant. You're lucky.
Where you going?
I gotta go meet someone.
Judging by that quick exit, I'd say it was a lady.
She wouldn't have to be a police person, would she?
No way.
I beg your pardon.
No, she's someone I met at the university. See you.
Okay,
See you
bye,
later.
Larry.
Bye.
I like that guy. Wish we could get him permanently. Hey, Marge. So, honey, would you bring us 3 more, please? And whatever she's drinking?
Now, why is it when I'm drinking orange juice, you're so willing to buy?
I never mind buying for you, sweetheart. It's these other 2 freeloaders I object to.
Free.
And I'm not a loader.
Anyway, you don't have to worry about me. I got a date, too.
A date?
Yeah.
Anybody we know?
No, but I thought I'd bring him by around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and let you all approve of him. Do you mind?
Huh?
Yes, we do.
I think it's wonderful.
Thank you very much. I'll see you all in heaven.
Really have a drink?
You behave yourself.
Have a good
man.
evening, pal.
Bye-bye.
Be careful.
Thanks.
Stay away from this. Well, stay away. All right, where's it hurt?
Oh, it's my leg, big guy. It's my leg.
All right, I'm a police officer. I'm going to call an ambulance. Don't move. Just stay right there. Excuse me, please. Please. I'm requesting him.
2 years we've been trying to nail Carbo, right? 2 years of work right down the drain. 12 pounds of heroin gone because you were stupid enough to...
Okay, Bill, take it easy.
I said, Stu, of all the idiotic, ridiculous...
All right, it was an instinctive thing. I just...
This woman you hit, you know that she was a part of it, right?
I think I do now.
Oh, good.
Did you get her name?
Bronson, Jane Bronson.
Where did they take her?
County General.
Did you hear that? Get down there. Find her if you can. Talk to her. Sweat her. I don't care how much you have to sweat her. You get back to the office and fill out a report, and I want every last detail. You got that?
What about the hearing? It's starting in a minute.
Just what hearing is that?
And under the circumstances, Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed. We hope to recover the evidence, but...
But it would hardly matter. The evidence would be inadmissible. The chain of continuity has been broken.
Yes, sir, I am aware of that.
Would you like to move for dismissal, Mr. Green?
Yes, Your Honor, I reluctantly make a motion for dismissal.
The charges against the defendants are dismissed.
This isn't the way I wanted it. I had the right to be clear.
That's that.
How can you drop me off? I'll see you back at the office.
Sure.
Always room for another pretty lady, Sergeant.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, Sergeant, my attorneys are suing the department for the value of the statuettes.
For the entire value? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's registered to Angela Carbo.
Are you sure it was Larry in the car?
Absolutely positive. Now, he claims he never heard of Carbo, yet he knows his daughter. He volunteered to bring the evidence to court.
Yeah. Then he leaves the evidence on the front seat instead of putting it in the trunk. Of course, I have done the same thing.
And he left the car.
Well, we have enough if you want to take it to internal affairs.
You want to?
I'd rather not.
Neither do I. Not yet. Even if they clear him, some of the mud'll stick.
I'd rather we handle it ourselves.
Yeah.
What'd you find out?
Well, she was at County General.
But she's not now, right?
Right. They stuck her in a room and told her to wait for about 5-10 minutes, and then they'd take her down to X-ray. And when they got back...
What about the address? What was that, a vacant lot?
Better than that, the YMCA.
Okay, Pep. I want you to get out and start beating the bushes. See if you can find out what's between Larry and Angela, okay? I mean, if anything.
Right.
What's the matter? Don't you want to?
I didn't say that.
Well, you seem a little reticent.
No, I said I would.
Well, good. Hey, Joe, Pete. In a little while, Barbara's going to come back here and give me his report on what happened. I'm going to read it. Then I'm going to give him the rest of the day off. He's had a traumatic experience.
Yeah, I guess he has.
What I want you to do is check out a different car. Not that anything's going to come of it, but when he leaves here, I want you on his tail, okay?
You think maybe...
I don't think anything, Joe. I just said that I'm checking all possibilities, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Hey, man, about time. It's real spooky around here. Real spooky.
Yeah, I bet.
Still sealed.
Thank you.
Man, I'm glad to get rid of that. Temptation was getting too much.
I can get behind that.
We did a real nice job for you, huh?
Yeah?
You know, I was just thinking about the money we talked about. Well, getting bailed out, that's gonna cost me a lot. And I'm probably gonna have to spend 6 or 8 months in the slammer, you know?
You want some more money?
I figure maybe an extra grand. I mean, if it's okay with Mr. Carbo.
You know, as a matter of fact, Mr. Carbo said to give you a bonus.
He did. Wait!
Hey, Bill. So far, he's gone to a dry cleaner's and a supermarket. And he's on his way to the mall now.
Well, that's not exactly what I'd call suspicious. But you better stay with him, Joe. I tell you, he's a pretty smart guy. That's about what I'd do if I were trying to throw somebody off the track.
Hey, what about a relief, buddy?
Yeah, I just dispatched a car out there. When they get there, you guys go home. Hey, Joe, listen, these guys are from homicide, and they're stretched pretty thin over there. Means you and Pete are gonna have to be on the job first thing in the morning. I hear Barbara. It's a pretty early riser.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Bill. Well, so far, all he's bought is what any good housewife would buy.
What does he want with pantyhose?
Seriously, Bill, it doesn't look very promising, I'll tell you.
Barbara.
Lawrence?
That's it.
Let's see. He took 2 classes in the spring semester last year. Sociology 1A and Psychology 132. Do you want his grades, Sergeant?
No, thanks.
He got an A in sociology.
Oh, good.
Does he work in the ghetto?
No.
Oh, because I think all cops, I mean police officers that work in the ghetto, they should take sociology courses. That's how they learn about people.
I'll pass it along. Do you have the list of all the other students that were in those classes?
Mm-hmm. Anyone in particular?
Yes, C-A-R-B-E-A-U, Angela Carbo.
Bill? I hate to tell you this, but he just went in Carbo's house.
Thanks, Pete. Well, we just went into Carbo's house.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
I just want to say goodnight.
Oh, I was just gonna come inside to talk to you. To ask you to forgive me.
Oh? Let's see. You don't look pregnant, you didn't wreck your car. What'd you do?
I thought maybe you were guilty. Even after they threw it out of court, I wasn't sure. I mean, really sure. Now I am.
Why? I mean, why not yesterday or tomorrow? Why not?
Oh, I've just been standing out here thinking, and a few minutes ago I decided you couldn't have done it.
Because I'm such a nice guy?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Anyway, now I feel ashamed that I even had any doubts at all.
No. I think about my friends and the troubles they have. The kids run around all the time. They sleep around. They don't listen. They treat their parents with contempt. But not you. No, not you. Oh, yeah, you almost went off the deep end once a year ago there, but that turned out okay. You're the most wonderful daughter a man ever had. I thank God for you.
Night.
Jeff, she's not coming home tonight.
Sure she's not coming home?
No, not for a couple hours. She went out with Dave, and they were gonna break up, and so Dave thought that maybe they should be together.
Okay, you made your point. I thought you said she wasn't coming back.
Well, I didn't think that she was.
Judy Lawson?
Yes?
I'm from the police department. I'd like to talk to you.
Hey, look, we were just,
We were just studying.
Is it all right if I come in?
Sure.
listen, Judy, I'll see you later, huh?
What did you want?
It's about Angela Carbo.
Is she okay?
She's fine. You were roommates?
Yeah, until she quit school and went back to live with her father.
Could we sit down? Tell me something. Were you very close friends?
Yes. What did you want to know about Angela?
I want to know.
And we got the goods, Mr. Carbo. And the bonus has been paid.
No problems?
No, sir. Stuff's in the warehouse behind the grill.
Bring it back here.
Here?
Yeah, somebody might break into the warehouse. Somebody who knows how we make a living.
Well, isn't that kind of risky? I mean, keeping it right here in the house?
The safest place there is. The cops have been burned once. They haven't got enough to get another warrant.
When do you want?
Bring it back tonight. Stash it in the garage. Bring me, maybe half a pound. You got a buyer tonight?
Not exactly. I got a cellar.
Okay. We got everything except proof. Carbo had Astro set up the heist. This is where the junk was returned.
Hid it in the trunk. Well, well, well.
Carbo's boys had him killed to keep him quiet, huh?
Effective way to shut a man up, isn't it?
Really?
You know, as a kid, I used to work in the oil fields. Let's go.
I didn't know that, Bill.
Hey, Ben. Find anything hard, holler. As of now, Larry, nobody outside our unit knows. I hope you can clear this up. That way nobody else will ever know.
Go ahead.
Okay. What about Angela Carbo?
We used to go out with her. We even talked about getting married.
Yeah, we went together for a while.
How did it break up?
Or did it?
Her father convinced her cop wasn't good enough for her. Didn't make enough money.
Well, I guess he was right about the second part.
Anyway, she's an only child. They're very close. When he talks, she listens.
I thought you said you didn't know Carbo.
Sergeant, I didn't know him before we made the bust. Never saw him. I don't even think he knew my last name. Look, Angela and I, we'd go somewhere, my apartment usually. I think she's still got the key.
You stopped seeing her?
8 or 9 months ago.
But you were in her car the afternoon before the hearing.
She heard that I was one of the arresting officers, and she wanted to know what was going on.
What'd you tell her?
I was non-committal. I didn't want to hurt her. I thought the courts could handle it better.
Have you seen her since?
No.
Then it must have been Carbo you went to see because you were at their house yesterday.
They really did a job on me, huh?
We had to, Larry.
Okay, let's talk about the heroin. Wait. Yeah, Crowley. Yeah, he's here. Well, then I guess you better send him in. A couple of guys from Internal Affairs. They want to have a talk with you.
I thought you said you didn't tell anybody.
I didn't.
No, neither did I.
Come on in. Sergeant Thaler and Rodriguez.
I think you know your constitutional rights.
I got them memorized.
Narc who works out on the west side, he got a phone call last night. Anonymous, that goes without saying, but the caller said that you tried to sell him some heroin.
What? Could have been a second. Somebody with a grudge. Anybody. But we gotta check it out. Now, we'd like permission to search your car and your apartment.
Be my guest.
There it is.
Here's what we've been looking for.
He was gone before I got there. He just turned in his badge and took off.
Well, I'll call him tonight and apologize for suspecting him.
Then you know it was a frame, too.
Sure it was a frame. Think he'd be stupid enough to leave the stuff in his car and then practically beg two cops to go search it? The guy was telling the truth all the way.
And Carbo planted the heroin to get Larry off his back.
You got it.
Why didn't the chief get it?
He probably did. What's he gonna do? He had no other choice. He had to suspend him.
What if the investigation doesn't clear him? It's possible, you know.
Yeah, I know. But, Pep, what are we gonna do? We got no leads, no nothing.
One lead. It might, just might, open a Pandora's box. Angela.
Hello?
Carbo? It's Larry Barber. I just want to let you know I'm not a cop anymore. We took care of that, so now I can play by your rules. And, mister, that's exactly what I intend to do.
What? Now, look, wait a minute. Look, Hello? Barber. He's been suspended.
Serves him right. Cops should know better than to sell dope.
I think I made a mistake.
What about Barber?
He wasn't a threat before, just a nuisance. I mean, now he's gone crazy. He doesn't have a rule book in his pocket. There's no telling what he might do. He might even come gunning for me.
And you want us to get him first?
Don't tell me the details till it's all over, and don't blow it. Right now, I'm going home.
Dr. Jack Matoff, please report to the 3rd floor east.
All right, Jack, Wednesday night. But please, casual. I'm not in the mood for dressing up. Okay, see you. Bye.
Miss Carbo.
Ah, yes, Sergeant. You're a little early.
Yes, I am.
What did you want to see me about?
Is there someplace we could talk?
Dr. Frank Gleskin.
Have you heard from Larry in the last few hours?
Please. Dr. Frank Gleskin.
Oh, you know about Larry. No, I haven't heard from him.
He's been suspended. He may face criminal charges.
For what?
They found half a pound of heroin in his car.
Oh, no. Larry would never do that.
He didn't. The heroin was planted.
And you think my father did it? I don't believe you.
Miss Carbo, your father's been very, very good to you. What else do you know about him?
Well, let's see. He stands about 6'2", weighs about 180
About
pounds.
his past.
Go on.
He came out here about 12 years ago from Newark, New Jersey. That was
I know that much.
That was right after a Senate hearing on organized crime. It forced him to close his bookmaking operation.
Dr. Pollard.
That's not true.
Dr. Pollard.
Angela, ever since your father was a young kid, he's been involved in mob activities. 5 arrests, 1 conviction, suspended sentence.
Why are you telling me this?
I don't want to. I know you care very, very much about your father. But we care about Larry, too. And I think you do.
All right, so my father did some things he shouldn't have. But that was a long time ago. You said that yourself.
He was involved in bookmaking out here.
Bookmaking's not the
4
worst
years
thing in the
ago,
world.
he set up the import company. Now, he made a lot of trips. Some of them were perfectly legitimate. 2 years ago, he went to Hong Kong, and that's where he made his connection. We have names, dates, places. We know the people he was dealing with there and here. Then we got the real evidence. 12 pounds of heroin. Your father had it set up so it would be stolen just before a hearing. And to protect himself, he planted some of it in Larry's car. Now, Angela, if Larry's career is ruined and he goes to prison, it will be your father who put him there. I'm sorry.
Don't touch me. Don't you dare touch me.
Papa, I trusted you, and you lied to me.
Okay, I bring the stuff in, I sell it. It's dirty money, but it's just as good as the other kind. And besides, if I didn't do it, somebody else would.
I don't care about somebody else.
Baby, look, will you listen to me? Will you give me that much? Since the day your mother died, the happiest day in my life, that was the day I opened the business. You believe that? That was the first time ever I was straight. I was respectable. A couple of years later, everything went bust. Everything I had, no, that's not important. Everything I got for you, everything that I wanted for you, they were gonna take it away.
You did this all for me.
For who else? Your mother's gone. I don't give a mistress. I don't gamble. Oh, baby, I see you dressed like a princess, driving that fancy car, going to the tennis club, taking trips to Europe. The daughter of a slum kid from Newark. For who else?
Papa, I'm leaving.
What do you mean? Where are you gonna go?
Back to Larry before you destroy him completely.
Larry,
I think you know the name, Larry Barba.
Larry,
I'll be back for my things later. Goodbye.
Angela, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Listen.
Heroin ripoff.
You're about one step away from jail, my friend. You dig what I'm saying?
Your voice.
All right, now what I want is the street talk on a heroin ripoff.
You try putting that bottle
That's right.
down.
Any large amounts of heroin hit the streets, I want to know about it right away. Right?
You sick, huh?
I know about that.
You breaking my heart.
Some kids with a couple of joints.
I want you to get out of that crib and get on the street, you understand?
Talk about a
And
heroin
I'll expect a call within an hour.
So he planted maybe half a pound in Larry's car. Where's the rest of it?
Well, it ain't out on the street because we'd have heard.
At his warehouse?
You think he's going to be that foolish again?
I don't know. You think he'd keep it at his own home?
Well, that's a possibility. In fact, that's a probability.
Yeah.
He'd want to keep it close by, sure.
It's no good, though, Pep. We don't have enough probable cause for another warrant.
What if we asked for a permissive search?
Not a chance.
But if he thought we might get the warrant, there's a chance he might panic.
And move the stuff.
Mm-hmm. While under surveillance. What do you think?
I like it.
Let's try.
Why not?
It's all been taken care of.
You mean Barba is dead?
No, but he soon will be. Well, we got into his apartment, and we put a bomb in the refrigerator. And when he
Refrigerator?
comes-
Come on.
Oh, what's wrong? Come on! What's going on?
You're the cop, Barba. We gotta get to his place. There's a bomb.
How do you know that?
They put it there. My daughter's gone there. Please.
Okay, get in. Joe, Pete, stay with these guys. We'll radio for black and white.
Turn around. Quit him.
Put your hands on the trunk. Come on. Spread your legs out.
Hey, wait a minute.
Put them out.
Man, he ain't gonna stick us for this. I'll make one hell of a statement. We ain't gonna be the fall guys.
Harris, who was it?
A girl, 19. She was the only one in the apartment. Carbo was her name. He said on the driver's license. Angela Carbo.
happened?
There was a bomb intended for you. I'm sorry.
It won't be as bad as you think, I swear. I won't help, and I won't testify.
See, what happens is people confuse rape with sexual desire.
You guys doing any good up there?
Not so far, but we have not spotted your girl.
Oh, Daddy! Help me! Help me! Please!
Which one of us you want?
What happened to the lights?
I guess they got zonked by the storm. The phone rings, grab it, because no one else is around. Everybody went to the concert.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Well, I might not answer the phone because I might decide to go out and call Dad and go home.
You gotta do something, babe. It's Friday night.
Hey, I know, but I can't be in two places at one time. Oh, well, I haven't quite learned how to do that yet. I understand, Lieutenant. Look, I'll call you right back. Creep.
You're getting pretty salty in your old age, ain't you?
I'm getting pretty tired. But along with all the rest of it, we had a rape tonight.
We got your message. Why did you pull us in on this thing?
Well, the victim's father says he knows you, Bill, and he wants you to handle the investigation.
Who?
He owns a gas station on the corner of 5th and Main.
Larry Quinn?
Lawrence B. Quinn, 2124 Kling Street.
His daughter's away at college.
Mm-hmm. That's where it happened. Somebody found her half naked in the rain, crawling out the door of a sorority house.
Does she know who did it?
Pepper, she's destroyed. Right now, she doesn't even know her own name.
Dr. Jackson, outside call.
Hi, Bill. Yeah, that's my child, Bill. That's my little girl.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hey, you don't know what happened.
Yes, I do. We know now.
No, you don't know what happened. Look at her face. But he hit her, and he kept on beating her. That's my daughter, Bill. Why her?
Oh, good morning.
Oh, good morning, boss.
Anything else you need in there? Paper clips, memo pads, rubber bands?
No, just a few pens.
Just put the pens back in the drawer.
Not even one? Huh.
What's that going on out there?
Well, that's what happens to be known as a college student. Joe's about ready to bounce him off the walls.
Why?
He keeps running around complaining about a 261, which we don't even have on the books.
Oh? Vern, I told you we don't have anything on the books.
Hey, Vern, you're in luck. Now, here's somebody I know can help you. Sergeant Crowley.
Hey, what?
Bill?
That's all right. Just stay where you are, Joe. What's the problem?
Problem? Well, the problem seems to be a whole lot of apathy. I mean, the total indifference of everyone I've talked to around here, including him.
You're a college student, is that right? At Pacific Western University?
That's correct.
And you know a girl who was assaulted there last night?
Lady, she wasn't assaulted. She was raped. And it wasn't last night, it was 3 weeks ago.
You're not talking about somebody named Quinn?
Damn. You people can't get anything right.
Then who are we talking about?
Ann Lombardo. L as in loud, O-M-B-A-R-D-O. Well, look, I've called 3 times, and there's nothing on the books.
Hey, sweet thing, what's the big hurry? How come you're walking so fast? Hey, come on, slow down. Me and my compadres here like to discuss higher education with you. Most of them never got past kindergarten, but that's okay. Hey, come on, give us 15, 20 minutes. We might be able to change your whole outlook on life. Come on, slow up for us, baby, hey.
Hey, you guys, knock it off.
Hey, you want to make us? No, on second thought, I'm going to come down there. Hey, what's with you?
Too loud, man.
Me? Too loud?
Gives people a wrong impression. I mean, pretty soon they're going to think we all belong in cages.
I'm an animal, huh? Hey, I'm trying for a laugh. All of a sudden, I'm an animal? Okay, man. Okay.
Ann Lombardo? Yes? I'm Pepper Anderson. This is my partner, Sergeant Crowley.
Bill.
Pepper and Bill. Well, that's a switch. You know, it's usually the other way around.
You get stopped on the freeway. Your first name seems to be a toy. Well, Anne, I suppose you realize the speed limit's still 55. Say, Anne, would you mind showing me your registration? You know, I've even had, hey, Anne, how about a cup of coffee?
Well, maybe they were just trying to be friendly.
There's nothing friendly about it at all.
Okay, fine. We'll call you Miss Lombardo. How's that?
Look, I'm sorry. Anne's fine. And you can ask me anything you want, as long as it doesn't have anything to do with criminal assault upon the body of a female person.
Don't you want to see him caught?
What's the difference? He'll never be convicted.
Suppose I tell you it happened to another girl last night. So brutally beaten, she's still in the hospital. How would you feel about that?
I feel like crying. And I probably would too if I weren't so worried about cooking up this goo. Look, guys, it's a joke. Even if I could identify him, you know what'd happen? He'd sit there in the courtroom while they put me on trial.
It isn't like that anymore.
Sure. Okay. Well, how about the jury? Let's talk about them. You know, the squares, the old prudes. What do you figure I'd get from people like that? How about when they find out that I actually like sex? They'd end up thinking that I was more of a degenerate than that man who hit me and choked me and beat my face until I spit out blood. And I begged him to do whatever he wanted.
Anne, part of what you say is true. But things are changing. They really are. Juries are becoming more enlightened, more sensitized. It won't be as bad as you think, I swear.
And it's already happened twice. Twice in 1 month. That's going to go on and get worse and worse. Unless we find somebody to help us.
Well, let me tell you something. I won't help, and I won't testify. But if I ever saw that man again, and I had a gun, I'd kill him. I'd kill him right in front of your eyes.
Hey, how about one for the road? Suit yourself, hombre. Not bad. Regular passing parade.
Little Miss Muffet, all alone in a deep, dark forest.
One in the forest was Little Red Riding Hood.
What's the difference? They both ended up in trouble.
Don't move. Hands up and don't move. Hey, Joe, let's go. Let's go. Okay, that's it. Give me a cuff. All right. We got him. We got him.
Look, you can talk about muggings all night long. We've been known to read the sports section once in a while, too, you know? But the fact is, we identified ourselves as police officers. One of our guys even had on a uniform. Now, you ignored all that and you tried to split, man.
Ignored all that. Hey, look. Now, first, some guy jumps out of the bushes with a flashlight. Now, what are you going to do? I mean, that's first. Then you two guys jump me. And then all three of you pile on me like I'm a loose ball at the Super Bowl. Now, anybody with at least half a brain is going to offer some kind of token resistance.
Token resistance? I hate to be around somebody who took his six-pack.
For the 10th time, guys, I work there. I belong there. I'm a welder over at the Student Union building.
Look, buddy, most people quit after dark.
Yeah, well, most people quit when they show up at 8 in the morning. I don't.
Let's just answer the question.
Look, it's like I told you. I went out and I bought a six-pack. It was a peace offering to share with some guy who hates my guts.
What are you doing?
I'm cutting him loose.
Well, you can't do that.
Look, John, isn't it?
John Binns.
Let me tell you something, John. The next time something like this happens, just try to remember that without evidence, I mean hard evidence, there's nothing that you and I, can do. I mean, we got nothing. You understand that?
Well...
At this time of night, I can't guarantee anything. It usually tastes like mud.
I know those construction workers, and they're always making filthy remarks, yelling things at the girls.
A lot of men do that. Even men with collars and ties.
You're gonna be sorry you let them go.
Crowley was right, John. We had no real reason to hold him. See, what happens is people confuse rape with sexual desire. But 9 times out of 10, the offender is a person who feels worthless. Caused by the lack of opportunity and acceptance, he's crushed. So he, in a moment of rage, strikes out at the weakest victim he can find. A female. Now, you take this Detra. He has a good job. Seems fairly well adjusted. So if you add those things up, he just doesn't fit the profile.
It's funny.
What's funny?
Well, I'm sitting here, and I'm the guy, and you're the girl, and you're the cop. See, to be honest with you, that's what I wanted to be more than anything in the world. Cop.
What stopped you?
I flunked my physical. Souvenir from riding dirt bikes. I flipped my bike on the side of a hill, found out I couldn't fly.
Well, at least you're able to work. And you're doing what policemen do.
I don't know, maybe I couldn't have made it anyway. Like tonight. I really thought I had something special, you know. All I did was ended up looking like a stupid fool. Thanks for the coffee.
Probably the most important advice I can give you is to be aware. No matter where you are, in the street, in a store, at home, right here. And be especially careful at night, of course. But even if you're just crossing campus, go with at least one other person. And please, please never hitchhike. And if you could see some of the bloody corpses I've seen dumped by the side of the road, well, you'd know there's no such thing as a free ride. And there's another kind of bait. I'm looking at it right now. She may feel safe out there, or she may consider herself liberated enough not to care. But I wonder how she'd feel if some night she woke up and there were fingers around her throat And someone was whispering, "I've been watching you, and I like what I saw."
Hey, Larry? Larry?
Hey, what do you say, Bill? How are you? Gee, it's good to see you.
Nice to see
Good
you.
to see you. Sergeant Anderson, how are you?
Yeah, hard at it, huh?
Yeah. Well, from the looks of you two guys, I would say you're bringing me some bad news.
Oh, no. We just, well, Sergeant Anderson thought that she'd like to talk to Celia. Do you think that's possible?
I guess it's okay. She's in the office keeping the books. Yeah, sure. Catch this guy, will you?
That doesn't look like homework to me. Oh, it's worse. Doing his books. I should have been an accounting major.
You look like a new person. Have you been back to school yet?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm taking a vacation. At least for the semester.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, I suppose you're here to listen to all the gory details.
Yes.
Well, let's see. I guess the first thing that scared me was the open window. All the lights were out, I guess because of the storm. And the wind blew my candle out. And it was so dark, I couldn't see a thing in front of me. I mean, that's what I mean about fate. I kept thinking, you should go downstairs. You should call Dad and leave. But I didn't. I went upstairs to my room, and I took off my coat, and I heard this sound. A moan. Like someone was in pain.
When you heard the sound, the moan, was that the first time you saw him?
No. I saw my underwear on the bed, laid out like the body of a person.
Didn't you try to run?
Yes! No! He knocked me down, and he kept on hitting me and hitting me and hitting me. And I don't remember anything after that, nothing, until I woke up in the hospital.
Celia, I have a suggestion. The department has officers who are trained in hypnosis. That's probably the only way we're going to find out what really happened. Celia, the more we know, the better the chance we have of catching him. You know that. Otherwise, he'll keep doing it. More violence each time. Maybe even end up killing somebody.
I can't. I'm sorry. I think if I found out what he really did to me, I'd die.
Hey, you! What are you doing back there? This is Security Officer R.J. Powell. I need some help right away.
Which one of us you want? Him or us?
Time's up.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this. I'm sitting here acting like a darn fool baby.
Calvin, sooner or later, we're gonna have to get down to it. I think it'd be a lot better if you told us about it yourself.
So long ago. I mean, it happened when I was a kid.
Where was that?
Muncie, Indiana.
You were arrested as a sex offender.
If that's what you want to call it.
Well, that's what I have to call it.
I had this thing, a compulsion, that's what they said it was. I couldn't help myself going out at night, watching people, girls, in their rooms. It was like having the power of being invisible.
How much time did you serve?
18 months. And I thought I was cured.
Why'd you come out here?
Because of him. My son, Robbie. He got very sick. Leukemia. He needed a transplant of bone marrow.
Is he gonna be all right?
We haven't been able to find a donor yet. It's been heavy. No job. People slamming doors in your face, pushing you around like dirt. It wasn't until a week ago that somebody finally took me on. Now when they find out what's happened.
Okay, Calvin. These two officers here will drive you back to your truck.
You're letting me go?
Mm-hmm. Just try to stay out of backyards, okay? Your wife would probably get pretty upset with you if you lost his job.
I swear to you, I'll tear my eyes out before I ever do anything like that again. I swear to you on a stack of Bibles.
Come on, let's go before they give you a parking ticket.
I think we got trouble.
Sergeant Crowley, I've got something to show you. This is my own personal file. Been keeping it on Jerry Detra, the guy I helped capture the other night.
Right.
I have a very strong instinct about him, but I've been taking your advice, looking for hard evidence. So I've been keeping him under surveillance and writing things down.
Really?
Yeah, take a look at this. I've made an entry there every time he stopped work to watch a girl. He talks to them sometimes. He comes down into the street with a beer can in his hand.
Benz, listen. Why don't we just stop being so anxious about this whole thing?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I guess what it means is you don't like this guy. So you suspect him. You take this into court, a smart attorney would laugh you right out of there. Even if Detra were guilty, they'd throw you out in 2 minutes flat. He'd be right back out on the street again.
Fine. Is that the way you want it? Fine.
Did it ever occur to you that the reason he's so uptight may be because more than anything else in the world, he wanted to become a cop?
Yeah, that's right. He wanted to become a cop. I had a little instinct of my own, so I did some checking with an old friend down at Personnel. Would it surprise you to learn that Officer John Benz never even got near his physical exam? That the psychiatrist who examined him found him unstable? Would any of that surprise you, Pepper? I gotta tell you, it didn't surprise me.
A little early, isn't it?
going home, maybe not for getting a beer.
Crowley.
This is Celia Quinn. Is Sergeant Anderson there?
Celia, she just left. She's giving a lecture over on campus. Then I think she's going straight home. Can I do anything for you?
Well, it's just that I've been talking it over with Dad about what she said. About the hypnosis. And, well, maybe you can tell her for me that I decided to give it a try.
Where are you now, Celia?
Here, at the gas station.
Don't move. I'll be right over.
Sergeant Anderson?
Yes?
I followed you on. I suppose you know that one of your other units is stationed down there by the new building?
I guess we have cars all over campus.
Well, I'm talking about down there, where Detra works. See, Crowley says that I'm an idiot, and then he stakes the place out.
Look, if you can wait around about half an hour, I'll go over with you. Okay?
All right.
Quinn, this is a very good friend of mine, Lieutenant Dale Pruitt.
Hello, Celia.
Hello?
Oh, for gosh sakes, let's not be so formal. Come on, sit down over here. Let's get comfortable. Celia, I don't know what Bill here has told you about what I do, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm a regular full-time policeman. But I have been thoroughly trained in the science of hypnosis. So I just want you to relax and feel secure. There's nothing mysterious going to happen. And I promise you, you won't say or do anything that's contrary to your sense of right or wrong. All you have to do is just relax and give me your full attention. Now, that's not such a bad deal, is it?
No. Another important thing I'd like to mention is the need for immediate action. If you do see something suspicious, report it. So many people are afraid of being laughed at or criticized. Well, believe me, the police would much rather respond to 3 or 4 false alarms than not to be there when they're actually needed. And I don't know, maybe the most important thing of all that I can tell you is to be alert, look around you, see who's near you. Just be aware that it could be happening to you. And lock your doors, lock your windows, get used to checking the doors. It's so...
Sergeant Anderson?
Yes.
Detective Ben said there's a prowler.
Why didn't he come in himself?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what he said. Oh, dear God, get him off! He's pushing. I can't breathe. Ripping something. I ripped his shirt. Why did I do something like that? Why did I rip his shirt?
You're trying to get away. Your hand caught on his shirt. You just ripped his shirt.
How did he hurt himself?
Is he hurt?
Yes.
Is it something you did to hurt him?
No. No. There's a scar there.
What does it look like? Celia, I want you to see the scar. Tell me exactly what it looks like.
He's hitting me. I ripped his shirt. I'm sorry. Oh, please stop. Please stop.
Is the scar on his shoulder, Celia? Is that where it is?
Yes. Oh, please stop. Oh, I can't stand it. Oh, please stop.
All right, Celia. It's all over. Relax.
Veda House.
Yeah, this is Sergeant Crowley with the police department. Is Sergeant Anderson still there?
Oh, no, she left about 5 minutes ago. We already called you guys about it.
About what?
Oh, one of those security policemen came in and said we had a prowler.
What do you look like, the cop?
They either look like they're 70 or 14. He looked like he belonged in junior high. Yeah, that's a...
by 52, this is 12 by 50, over. 52 from 50, come in 52.
12 by 52. We're just here at the sorority.
We just got here.
12Y90 to 12Y50 and all units on TAC 1.
What about Pepper?
Nothing yet. All we see is a bunch of cops.
Okay, don't wait. Get organized and get moving. I've called for Air 1. They should be there any minute.
I just seen him. He snuck around the back. Come on, come on. See? He must be in here.
John, what did he look like?
Look, do you want to stand here and argue about his description while he gets away? That door is supposed to be closed at all times. Now, don't you think it's kind of funny that it just happens to be open right now?
Okay, let's take a quick look.
Where'd everybody go?
It went that way, left.
Thanks. Well, Y50 to Air 1. Come in on TAC 1.
12Y50, this is Air 1. Go ahead.
50. Air 1, check the campus area. We have a missing policewoman. Blonde, Caucasian, wearing green pants and a blue blouse. She was last seen with a male Caucasian we believe to be a security officer and possibly involved in the rape of 2 women.
What's up there?
Storage room for athletic equipment. Good place to hide.
A little too weird, John. Like the rooms of both girls. The lights were out there, too.
I was here then. Did you hear something just then? Like someone moving?
No.
Where are you going?
Back. I'm gonna get some help.
I need your gun.
Oh, look out!
Oh!
Oh!
Don't fight or I'll kill you!
Just us. We're alone.
Anything from Air 1? Not yet. You got anything?
Look, this place is so big you can search for a month.
Let's not stand here and talk about it.
Please? Just stay there. Just stay right there and don't move. You're scared of me, aren't you? I can tell. By your face. By the way you're breathing.
Sure, I'm scared. But if you put the gun down, I won't be scared. And we can talk all you want.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Treat me like I'm stupid.
You're not stupid. But you've been drinking, and you shouldn't
You shouldn't have a gun if you've been drinking. That's all I'm trying to say.
You think if I put it down, you'll be able to get away, don't you?
If you put the gun down, I won't try to get away. And I'll stay here and talk as long as you want to.
I've killed people before. I know how to do it. Just remember that for your own good.
Can't you get it open? No, it's locked. Very unlikely anybody got in here. 50 there, one. Come in there, one.
Go ahead, 12Y50.
You guys doing any good up there?
Not so far. There's an awful lot of movement down there, but we have not spotted your girl.
What's your elevation?
We're at 1,500.
Well, get it down to 800.
We know who you are. So why don't you stop acting ridiculous? There's about 100 cops out there looking for you right now.
You'd say anything, wouldn't you?
I'm not bluffing. Listen. They've even got a helicopter circling over the roof.
All right. You say there's cops out there, and you say you know me. If it's true, what's my name? What's my name, slut? I said, what's my name?
You're Detra. Jerry Detra.
No more helicopter. You were wrong, weren't you? About everything.
Not about the police. I had someone call.
Who? The man in the moon?
Calvin, what I'm trying to tell you is...
Hey! Look, if you want to believe that there are cops out there, go right ahead. Let them walk their fool tails off. Because they'll never find us. Not in a million years.
Y50, over.
Yeah, 50, go.
I think we've got something.
I want you to take off your clothes. I want you to take off everything except for your bracelet, your earrings, and your shoes. If you don't, I'll hurt you. I'll hurt you very bad.
Please think, Calvin. Think of all you have to lose.
My job? Hauling other people's garbage?
I mean your wife and your son in the hospital.
Robbie?
It's the biggest responsibility you'll ever have in your life.
Robbie?
He needs his father more than anything in the world.
Oh, no. Not really. Not anymore. You see, Robbie's in the ground now. Stopped needing me 2 weeks after I brought him out here to get his cure.
Your boy died.
Where is she, Vince?
She's inside.
Inside what? Inside?
He's got her.
Who's got her?
Where? His ski mask, and it's inside
Where?
the boiler room. In the boiler room and up to the left.
Stand up.
I said stand up!
Hi, little girl. Lovely, shy little girl. Lovely. Lovely.
I don't believe it.
And I let him go.
Dr. Curtis. Dr. Curtis. Please call 104 West. Dr. Curtis.
Hi.
Hey. Well, maybe we're here at the wrong time. You want us to come back later when you feel
You know what I
better?
heard? I heard you thought I was the guy.
No, she didn't. I did. John, when we found out the guy had a scar on his shoulder, like you got from riding motorcycles, I jumped to the wrong conclusion. I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
And I want you to know how much I appreciate what you did for me. The courage that it took. I mean, I'll never forget it as long as I live.
Well, I just figured it was part of my job.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, your job. We had a little talk with Dean Holder.
And your boss?
And that hand better hurry up and heal. Because you're going to need it to sew on your new chevrons. Sergeant.
Oh, you're kidding.
For a change, he's not. There were over 200 of these alone. Feds want to talk to you.
You sell me to them? Killing a cop? If she's blown away, they'll take delivery.
But a dead cop. They'll have bloodhounds on our trail before her body's cold.
See what I mean? They go in, but sometimes they don't come out.
Well, they've all come out today.
Except for that Lincoln yesterday, the gold one, and the one you say you dumped on him, Charlie.
I did dump it here.
Yeah, well, I don't see it, Charlie. And if it were here, I'd see it, right?
Look, Riley, it's already been cut apart. You see, they pulled the part they want, and they pressed the rest of it. Front end, transmission, doors, and fenders, okay?
Calm down, Charlie.
Yeah, but what is he busting my chops for? I ain't no snitch.
Not a good one, that's for sure.
Riley, what do you want from me? Love and trust? You got me on a bad rap, man. This is my 3rd grand theft auto, and I'm over 40 years old. If I go away on a long one now, I'll be a piece of meat when I come out.
You wanted the deal, and you got one. If you don't like the way my partner talks, that's too bad. This may be a first for you, but we're used to dealing like this all the time, and we don't like it either. Now, who owns this place?
Who knows? I drive one in, and Simmons hands me cash, and I call a cab from a block away.
Well, I think we got enough for a search warrant. What do you think, Bill?
Well, if we don't, he goes away, not me.
Okay, I'll apply for it. We can hit it tonight.
Thanks, Sergeant.
You sure wake up mean on Tuesdays.
All right, Buck, let's go.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Cut the light.
All right, you guys stay here and keep the place secure.
Let's go. What's going on here? This is private property. You got no business here. Nobody called you.
We have a search warrant. This is a stolen car.
When did you guys start getting secretaries?
Hey, Bill, it's got a lock on it. You want us to kick it in?
You got a key for that door?
I'm only a watchman here. I don't have keys for nothing.
Kick it in, Joe.
Okay, Peter.
Wonder what's in here.
I'm only the secretary. Ask the watchman.
Stand back.
Here,
I must be getting old or something.
try these.
Hey, you want to look at this?
What do you got?
Look, I don't know anything about this stuff. I've never been in here before.
There were over 200 of these alone. We were up all night making out the property vouchers.
When did you inform the feds?
This morning, after we inventoried. Ever try to reach one of them in the middle of the night?
I don't have to anymore. You do. You know, some of them are pretty annoyed that the papers got it before they did.
Captain, let me tell you something now. We didn't inform the papers. They picked up some radio calls with a truck and stuck their noses in it the way they always do.
Okay. Now you explain it to them.
Now?
Now. Fellas, Agents Bishop and Turner, Sergeants Crowley and Anderson.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Who's in charge of the case?
I am. Sergeant Anderson here obtained the warrant.
I see. You know, of course, the guns are a federal case.
Oh, yeah, we know. We tried to reach you in the middle of the night.
How'd you happen to get involved in the first place? I mean, it should have been turned over to us.
Well, we didn't get involved. We just opened the door, and there they were. I mean, it's luck that we found them at all.
Your good luck seems to have slightly embarrassed us. Have you seen the headlines?
We figured on reading the papers with breakfast. We haven't had that yet either.
I'll need your files in the case, of course.
You're welcome to them.
And the identity of your informant. We stopped at court to check your application for the warrant. You didn't name him.
No, I didn't.
You have to name him. You know that.
Wait a minute. Her informant didn't know anything about the guns. He thought he was setting up a stolen car ring. I mean, there's no reason for her to give them to you guys.
As her superior, Captain, I would suggest that you issue an order.
Oh, I didn't hear anyone say they wouldn't cooperate, just that they won't divulge the name of their informant. Since when have you people been giving yours away?
It's our case, Captain.
And it's our informant. Look, I'll ask him whatever you want asked, but it goes through me.
Sergeant, I think you're being unreasonable. I mean, we can force his disclosure.
And you'll lose any cooperation from us. That includes Sergeant Anderson and me.
Well, then I have to deal with your superiors.
You know, we seem to be forgetting what this case is all about. We're supposed to be after a gun-running operation. We'll work with you or alone, but not for you.
Captain, if I can have a few words with you in private.
Mm-hmm. Here, gentlemen, feel free to use my office.
Thank you.
The files are locked.
We want to talk to you.
What are you doing here?
We're having breakfast.
You read the papers?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. See, I thought I gave up a car thing. If I knew there was guns there, I'd shut my mouth and took my rap.
The feds want to talk to you.
You sell me to them? Once they get you, they never let go. You told me you would keep me covered. You said this was a one-shot deal, and I delivered.
Charlie, relax, will you? She didn't say it to anybody.
Yeah, but is she gonna?
I won't. But you've got to talk to me. Now, through me, if they get what they need, they may not even want you, okay?
Yeah, but I told you everything I know.
Charlie, if you didn't know more, you wouldn't be scared.
Well, I know a few names.
Just give us everything you got, Charlie. Let's start with the names.
Well, there was a Jim Nolan. And there was a Grebs. I don't know him any other way. But they own a travel agency over on Benicia.
There it is, Bonanza Travel Agency.
Yep.
The city record shows it in Wildwood, room 208.
What are you gonna do if they're up there?
Bet your lunch they're not. Come in. Try the round ones, they're great. Then maybe you won't be so cranky later on.
What do you mean later on? I just need some sleep.
So do I. Oh, I want you to do me a favor, okay? It's easy. It's on your way home.
Why couldn't you have just tried to set me up a little bit? Turn on the charm, promise me your body or something?
Eat. Now, if you would stop by the city hall and check the corporate records again, it would save us a lot of time tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And what are you gonna do?
Have a pastrami sandwich for dessert. If your heart was as tender as your pastrami, you'd tell me what I want to know.
I sell only the best. Meat, I know. Ask me about meat, I'll tell you anything.
I'm asking about guns. You were buying everything in sight once and getting them out of the country, too.
I was young then. That was 30 years ago. We were fighting a war and we had no guns. When we won, I never had anything to do with guns again.
How do I find these dealers? Who are the big boys in it now?
Pepper, behave yourself. I was running guns for my people. They gave me a medal. I saw a country born. Here I got no medal. I got 2 years in the federal prison. It's over. Now I sell heartburn.
Ever hear of a Grebs or a Nolan?
Sweetheart, please. I know you from before you knew the difference between boys and girls. Have a celery tonic. Find a husband. Forget this business. This ain't just cops and robbers. There's usually countries involved. These people play for serious.
Hey, I'm going to find out. You're just going to be able to save me a lot of time. It's very important to me.
Have a celery tonic.
I want names, information.
What's the use? Nolan, I never heard of. Grebs, you got the name right. He was around when I was. A big supplier even then. Today, I guess he could own his own war if he wanted to.
He's like a shadow. He can't be found.
I'll tell you this. Your shadow knows guns. He loves them.
How many of these are available?
Government's selling $2,050 a pop.
Buy with the Texas company and sell them across the border for starters. Only on paper. And show a 10% profit on the books.
Where do you want them to go?
San Diego, one of the warehouses. They have to be shipped to make up for that junkyard business. Did you find out who set us up yet?
We're looking around.
Well, you find them and lose them. I don't like to see any part of my business in the headlines. It brings attention and then comes trouble. How's the watchman holding out?
Says nothing without our lawyer around. He's doing fine.
He's sure he'll live longer. Now, you find that stool pigeon and buy the cop if you have to.
Yeah, the cop's a chick.
Who cares? But find that snitch and take care of him.
Yeah. Well, good morning, my darling. It's that time again. It's Pete. I'm sorry to wake you up, but it's tomorrow already.
Oh, no. You're lying. It's too soon, and it's still dark out.
I know that, but we got a problem either way. Your secret gun informant is no secret anymore.
How, Pete? What happened?
Well, the feds got a hold of him somehow or other. They're up at his apartment, and he got word from his landlady. And he's really scared, Captain. He wants to talk with you right away. He said that you would know where. Joe's on his way to pick you up right now.
Over there, Joe, the Ford. Charlie. Could have dealt with him through me, and instead you found him and killed him.
That's a pretty dumb accusation for a pro, Sergeant Anderson. You left a traffic sign on the court records. We checked your cases. We came up with an obvious cop-out. It fit in. We went to question Witt.
And left an even bigger sign for every street punk that Witt was an informant. How long did you think he'd live after that? 1 hour or 2?
If you'd turned him over to us immediately, and we could have kept him safe.
Until you were finished using him and then cut him loose, and they'd have dusted him anyway. Now how much information are you going to get out of him?
As much as he told you, Sergeant.
Which is nothing. He gave me a few names, which I'm checking out.
What are they?
I'm involved in this up to my neck. If you want any information, we're going to have to trade.
Sergeant, I don't trade information.
And I don't work for you.
Now, you just might, before we're done.
You're late.
I was at the Federal Building. Charlie Witt's dead.
Yeah, I know. I got the word. I got Pete and Joe at homicide to see what they can turn up. I don't like it any more than you do. Here, look at this. Now, we started out with 2 names. Now, we got a dozen corporations and over 30 names. I could keep going. I just ran out of time. And all these are right here in town. Who knows how many there are in other states?
The feds would know.
Then let's give them this and let them handle it.
The way they handled Witt?
It's their thing, Pep. Let's give it to them.
Since when are you their biggest fan? You've been known to beef about them.
Yeah, when they butt into our cases, sure. But now we're butting into theirs. You're gonna have to give it to them, Pep. I'm serious. This is an official telephone message. You're to appear before a hearing of a federal task force investigating arms suppliers. Right now, they got a subpoena on the way to the commissioner's office for you.
They sure know how to throw their weight around.
Yeah? What are you doing, calling your lawyer?
My hairdresser. And then a friend of mine on the newspaper. They want a show, I'll give it to them.
Sergeant, one question. Did you, give this story to the papers?
Oh, I read that this morning. I wondered how they got it, too. Maybe you could put some pressure on them, Mr. Bishop.
I said lose him, dummy, not make him famous.
I didn't know the feds were going to publicize it. I just didn't know.
Oh, feds, nothing. That bust in the junkyard was a city job. They were looking for cars. Fink was a cop, Fink. Pair of pantyhose with a badge is making all these waves.
Well, she's a cop. Can't do nothing about her.
Look, you send a couple of your people over to listen to the hearings. Tape it if you can. It's only on for an hour every day on television. Use them, too. At least they look human.
How about you? You be around just in case?
I'm flying to Dallas. I'll be back in 3 days.
What's in Dallas?
Tanks. I've already got them sold. Now I gotta buy some. Now you handle your end. You hear?
To continue, Sergeant Anderson. In your experience with gun shipments, did you ever happen upon a cache like this before?
Mr. Hayes, I have no experience with gun running. This is the first time I've ever come across any major arms supplier.
The information I have been provided with informs me that you are now investigating one such case. A case that apparently is not under your jurisdiction, and that you are not providing information to the proper authorities. Is that true?
Are you asking me to admit to a crime, Counselor? I mean, surely you must know that you have to inform me of my rights first. That, too, is a federal decision.
Perhaps the question was misunderstood. Let me rephrase it. This panel would appreciate any information that you could offer.
I understand that, sir, but this is an open hearing, and so I would prefer to withhold...
Unless you're planning to take the Fifth Amendment, I insist that you proceed. We are fully aware that this is an open hearing, but that's exactly our purpose.
All right, sir. It appears that the gun dealers use a cushion of corporations that are in joint ownership and intertwined with each other and subsidiary companies. I found it to start with the Bonanza Travel Agency. The corporate officers are listed as a Nolan, Sanderson, and Phillips. Nolan is reputed to be in partnership with, or to be a main figure, in an operation headed by a man named Grebs. This man is not identified yet. There may be some available information by the Alcohol Tobacco Tax Agency, the ATTA, but federal information is not made available to local law enforcement, as you know.
I think we shall adjourn for a couple of hours, hold a meeting in chambers. Gentlemen?
Yes, sir, some of the information is in our files, but it's speculative and has not been confirmed.
But it is in your files.
Some of it, sir, yes.
The purpose of this panel is to hear the information and decide what is relevant. We decide, not you.
Mr. Chairman, I don't believe I could get authorization.
Then we will have to adjourn until you do.
No, we have a witness to continue with. I want everything you know put into the record, Sergeant Anderson. Let's get this pot boiling. You'll testify while we have the TV coverage.
Bishop. Let's get a little out of hand in there, don't you think?
Yeah, and there was no reason for it. Look, if you're concerned about her safety, she just did it to herself in that hearing
Her
room.
responsibility, and we can handle that.
Well, good. If you're not sure, we can always put her under federal witness protection.
That'd be the day when one of our people asks your people for protection.
Not here, you understand? No flight plan. Not on any manifest. Took off from our own airfield in Texas. I'll be back before morning. Is that clear?
Yeah, you're coming back on a commercial flight in 2 days. I understand that, but that's not what I'm worried about.
He'll drop you off downtown, and when you get set, contact him. He'll be expecting your call. I'll be back by Thursday. By that time, the job should be done.
Killing a cop?
Look, that decision has been made. We got too much iron in the fire. Over $6 million with our South American customers alone. Now, if she keeps talking, they'll pull out. But if she's blown away, they'll take delivery.
Yeah, but a dead cop. They'll have bloodhounds on our trail before her body's cold.
Let 'em. In 1 week, all our deliveries will be made. Then we'll be gone. No trail, no problems. And a year from now, we'll be back in business. Come on, your man's waiting. And put Waldron on him to identify her.
Well, who's covering her now?
I got a team from Metro hanging a loose tail on her. I promised them I'd keep her busy working so they could keep an eye on her.
Keep an eye on whom?
Nothing, I'm just telling them a joke.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
It's dirty.
You have to write it down to understand it? Hang a loose tail on me. Well, if they follow me to the John, I'll flush them.
Well, one thing I cannot stand is family squabbles.
Yes.
Where are you going?
Got a singing lesson.
Bye.
Okay, now for the good news. Word's down from the commissioner's office. We got to keep hands off anything to do with the arms case.
Fine with me. Of course, they didn't say anything about murder cases, did they?
You know, it's absolutely amazing the way you're starting to think like the old master. Come on, they're waiting for us in homicide.
Here you are.
Thank you.
You were really lucky. They could have taken your head off. Such a nice head.
Yeah, you mean it's still there?
Frank, did you make a comparison to the bullet that you took out of Witt's body?
I anticipated that. You're okay.
You mean it compares?
This gun that shot at you also killed Witt.
Do the feds know that?
Not yet.
So, there were 2 slugs in the guy that was killed last night. One was yours, but the other was a 9mm steel jacketed job. It tore a 2-inch hole right in the concrete.
Why would he want to do it in his own partner?
Orders. Sure, you go down, you go out. Pro could do that. An outside hitman with no personal feelings about the people he's working with. No loose ends.
It's good enough.
Well, looks like we're not the only ones sightseeing today.
Morning. I'm glad to see you came through last night intact.
Not completely.
Listen, maybe we better get back to the office. What do you say?
You've got what you wanted. You've got your exclusive on the gun case. Why'd you pull all the records on this one? I'm just a cop who got shot at. It happens all the time to cops.
Cop or not, you're a federal witness under subpoena. You belong to us.
This dead guy, Waldron here, just how does he fit into this thing?
Cleared this morning. We believe he ties in with the gun operation.
How?
We've come across Waldron's name before.
With Grebs?
I can't give you any more information.
You want it all, don't you? Don't forget to take the chalk marks.
Listen, before you say anything, let me tell you about Pepper. She's a hell of a cop. She gets a little headstrong, but it's usually for the right reasons. Bishop, there's nothing in the world that's going to keep her off this case. She's already taken care of that with the committee. I mean, she set herself up.
Yeah.
But after it's all over with, it doesn't make any difference whether you love us or we love you. Just so long as we've all done the job and hopefully saved her life.
That's exactly what I came here this morning to say to both of you, but she didn't give me a chance.
Yeah, well, I never said she fights fair. Hey, there's just one other thing. Thanks for adding your protection. I just wouldn't let her know.
Well, what's the expression? Stonewall it.
Waldron. Here it is. He shows I'm one of the companies.
That's no surprise. Bishop made that connection for you.
Bishop didn't connect me to a damn thing.
Okay. What's the company?
A beauty parlor.
It's about time you had your hair done, isn't it?
That feels great. No wonder the men have taken over all these businesses for themselves.
We don't get that many. Few regulars.
Yeah, all I see is women in here. The men who are getting their hair done all the time. I mean, take my boyfriend.
Yours?
Well,
The only men we get around here are the owner and a few of his friends. It's no off-the-street business.
It's me. Can you stay where you are? I'll be right over. We got new trouble. She was sitting in front of me.
You sure it was her?
She doesn't look like just any chick I saw on TV. It was her.
What kind of stuff did Waldron have in there?
I don't know.
He was your partner, your brother-in-law. What do you mean you don't know?
I want her.
You're not needed for that, I told you.
I want her. You let Mike go out with that guy?
He doesn't exist! You hear me?
I hear you. But I want to go out with him.
Look, we needed Waldron to point her out. That's all. Now he's attached to her. Do you understand? Yeah. What did you guys keep in the beauty parlor?
Could be anything. But no guns.
You idiots. Don't you understand anything? Those banana Napoleons are sitting back there waiting to see how we handle things before they agree to take delivery. Look, so Waldron left your sister a widow with 3 kids. But if we can complete delivery, have you any idea what her share will be? It'll be $200,000. Show me the bookkeeping on the Texas deal.
I'm gonna get her.
Right. Yeah, okay, right. Pepper.
Just never mind the stories. You get to take me home.
Well, good. That saves me an argument. But the boss would like to see you right away, Billy.
Bishop again. I'll go in with you.
He didn't say we, he said me. He just wants to yell a little. He's got it right. I tell you what, you can have the next one. See you in the morning. Go home.
How come you need so many groceries?
I'm on a new diet.
Look, I know this great restaurant.
Artichoke stuffed with oysters?
Joe! 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 What? Oh, my God. Oh.
Pep, they said he's gonna be okay. They said the bullet went in and out clean, honey.
Sure, well, I've heard that before. I gotta see for myself. How is he, Pete?
I don't know. They got him so heavily medicated. Seems to be coming out of it a little bit.
Did you talk to him? Did he say anything?
Nurse told me I had a split.
Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'll stick around.
Well, I thought I'd stay around myself a little bit.
Have a cup of coffee?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Come on. We'll be right back.
See you, Ben.
Is that more comfortable? You can't come in here yet.
Is he awake?
Oh, not completely. You'll have to leave.
The doctor said I could wait here. I'm his wife.
I'll check.
I'm sorry, Pep. We lost a baby.
You're young. You'll have more.
Not tonight. Where's Pete?
He's having some more coffee with Bill. I think he's gonna float away. He's pretty worried. Are you all right?
I've been shot. And I'm still hungry.
I told you to duck.
I didn't hear you.
You were lying down at the time. I don't know what to say, Joe. I'm so sorry.
What are you sorry about? You didn't shoot me.
I might as well have. It's all part of my case, the one I'm not even supposed to be on. It's a federal case. Why am I so stubborn? I should have butted out of there a long time ago, and then none of this would have happened.
Now look, I'm the one in bed. You should be feeling sorry for me, not yourself.
I'm sorry again. I mean, I'm sorry for you.
Pepper. I never figured to come out of the job without an extra hole in me. So I got it. And if it were the other way around, you would take the bullet for me. So you shut up here.
I guess I've been told off.
Of course, I was outstandingly brave. And I doubt if Pete or Bill could ever do that.
Look at that chick. Looks almost like she could lead a normal life.
She can't. It would bore her to death.
At least it would be her own death.
Honey, bring me another one of these, will you? I tell you, maybe you better bring her a warm glass of milk. She's going through her second childhood.
Crowley, I am fully aware that I have us all in the jackpot because I felt the feds were putting me down. I don't mind a little pressure, and I don't even mind that you have to take a dressing down for me, but I almost got Joe killed.
Pap, you almost got yourself killed, too. I mean, look, you made a choice, so did Joe. The rest of it's the rules of the game, honey.
You got a dime?
Yeah, I got a dime. What do you want a dime for?
Change the rules of the game.
Who you calling?
Tom Richards.
Why are you calling the papers? Have you had enough publicity lately?
Look, they're after me already. Might as well light a little fire under them, okay? The police desk, please. Yeah, Tom Richards. This is Pepper Anderson. I'm fine. Now just listen for a minute, and I can give you a story that can break in the morning edition, and it's a beauty. You can be doing both of us a favor. Monday, I'll be testifying at the federal hearing, and I'll have enough names and information I'll have enough names and information to tie up one of the biggest gun-running operations in the country.
Read this.
Well, she's done it. She's pinned the target right on her own. If they get her there, I wouldn't mind that a bit. Not one bit.
We don't know for sure if she's got anything or if she's grandstanding.
The people we're dealing with don't know that either.
Well, if the feds don't have us, she can't, right?
What difference does it make? She's got the junkyard stash. She's messed up the beauty parlor for a meet. Yeah? Hold on. Wait in the other room. Well, go on. What?
You said take her when she's alone. She's never alone.
I can't wait. Take her even if the army's surrounding her.
That'll double your nut with me.
But it's got to be before she talks to that committee again.
Anything you say. It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Leave the money tonight. You know where.
I know where.
After I hang up, you won't hear from me again. Anything else?
You do your job. We'll make a hero out of her.
Check all the neighborhoods and see what you can find. Excuse me a minute. Now, before you say anything, you were right. We found some books that don't match with a hairdresser's income, and some very interesting phone bills.
Where do they check out to?
That's what Turner's going to find out. Even takes us a couple of hours.
Does Greb show up on anything?
We'll have to wait on Turner.
Well, check these out against what you got.
Does this make us partners?
I wouldn't press my luck. You don't know when you're well off.
If you have another raid, we want in on it.
Now, look, the reason for all of this is to keep you safe, not make you available.
I have more information I'm working on.
I'd give in, Bishop. She's not going to.
Who took it? The feds or the cops?
Well, the guy who answered the phone at the beauty shop thought it was just the cops, but he wouldn't know the difference.
Morgan or Wardrobe left any of that incriminating stuff in the beauty parlor, they're out. And if our lady friend talks before the committee with any of the stuff in that beauty parlor, their cut will be what they deserve. Nothing! Well, don't stand there like a dummy. Give me a hand. But wait a minute. Buzz my driver's room. We're gonna use your car.
Willie, just a second.
Willie, you know the routine. Stay in the hotel, take care of all the phone calls. I'll be in touch with you later. Right. Well, let him hit us now, for all the good it's gonna do him. Come on.
All right, move him out.
Waldron's body. The one that killed him wasn't mine.
You're a liar.
It could only have been a pro, Morgan. That's the way they work. You've been around, you know that. Grebs brought in a pro. He was with your brother-in-law. But he gave him the kiss-off when Sergeant Anderson brought him down with her shot. You help us get Grebs and we'll get the pro.
We're gonna get Grebs one way or another. You help us. You tell us where we can find him.
I cop out to you, the feds will put me away for life.
What if we get you a deal with the feds?
No, you can't pull that stuff. They don't deal with local cops.
But what if we could?
I deal.
I want Grebs. We'll deal. Better leave him. Freeze! Get him out of here. Bring in Morgan. We almost had Grebs in Chicago once. He pulled the same stunt then. He'll check in by phone.
My phone, huh? All right, Morgan, get over here. That's her station. Now let's see you deliver.
Get it right, or you lose all the way around.
Hello. Who is this? Morgan? What the hell are you doing there?
The cops took the penthouse. So I called Willie and came up here. We want to know what to do.
Where's Willie?
I went down to get some food. We didn't know how long we were going to be here, and he was hungry.
Yeah, that creep's always hungry.
Yeah, him and his enchiladas. What are we going to do? I just don't want to stay around this town. The cops are right in our tail. Well, couldn't we all just talk it over? Where are you guys?
We're at the junkyard. Just hang there until I find out what the man wants to do.
You stupid.
What is the problem? It was just Morgan.
Just Morgan, huh? How did he know to go to the hotel? It was you I told, not him.
Well, I just wasn't thinking fast enough.
No, you weren't.
12847, 12040, request an additional unit at the northeast section of the yard.
12847, roger. Show me en route, verified, 5th and Olive.
Drop Bishop, take him out that side. Come on. All right, get up. Let's move it, move it. Come on. I got it. All right, sprint.
All units.
Go ahead.
Man with a gun.
Down.
Stay on top of them. I had to do the same thing.
Move it over. Hey, Liddy.
Hi, Bishop.
Fine.
You don't care who you drink with, do you?
Ah,
He's fine.
lady, don't you ever forgive?
As a matter of fact, you know, this old boy here kind of saved your life, didn't he?
Uh-huh. Sure did.
Well, I think you two ought to kiss and make up.
I'll drink to that.
Sorry I suggested that.
Now that's fabulous. Hey, baby, you really got great legs.
Okay, okay. But I don't think she's a model either.
A cop?
Hey, is my little Cheryl in a snit? It couldn't be that new girl in town, could it?
I think we can work out an arrangement for commissions.
What about the Liz agency?
Dead.
Darling, you're early.
What'll I tell him, Cynthia? The soap sponsors want someone with long red hair.
Tell him to call Rita Hayworth. But mine's too brittle from that last shampoo commercial. Great stuff, but for 8 hours, I was lathered up to my ears.
Sorry, Cynthia's gone to Paris for a few days. But how about Sheila Jones? Okay.
Sheila's blonde.
She was.
Yes? Do I know you?
No, I'm new in town.
You sure are. Honey, welcome to our fair city, and no offense, but take a look around. Start looking like them, then come back. Sherry, Helen?
Oh, excuse me. Could you tell me, is that the Liz Adams?
That was the Liz Adams. 90 years ago, give or take.
Well, Bernie, what's your candid opinion?
What's yours, Liz?
Too fat, too much eye rouge, too blah. And I hope her face breaks out in terminal acne, the little ungrateful snitch. She thinks the John Paul Agency can do more for her than I can.
The agency can't, but John Paul can.
That's the only reason Cheryl Bell would sign with him. How else could he get any of my girls? On second thought, make that not too bad a case of acne. She'll be back, begging me to sign her again. Once John Paul finds a newer model and starts asking Cheryl to pay her commissions in cash. When she does come back, I think I'll ignore her for a few days. And then very reluctantly, I'll agree to handle her again. But only if she loses 10 pounds. Let her suffer. Let her not eat cake.
Cute.
What? Greg Peters on line 2. He wants to talk to you to find out what's wrong. Greg, darling. My girl tells me you're all in a dither, as well you should be. I see you're hiring models from John Paul. My cast-offs.
Liz. Get serious. The magazine absolutely insisted that I hire Cheryl. I had no choice. I had to deal with that guy. Now, your bookers tell me I can't have any more of your girls? I'm off limits?
Greg, dearest, let's just put it this way. Until you decide to deal with me exclusively, suck eggs.
Drop dead.
The new Midge look. Well, what do you think?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, it's gorgeous. Look at it, it's just perfect for you.
I don't know. I think I prefer the pepper look.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I just came in for a perm.
How do you like my new hairstyle?
It's gonna be terrific with a layer around your neck.
What?
You mean Barnes finally approved my vacation?
Starting Saturday morning, you are going to go braless and badgeless for 2 glorious weeks.
Badgeless?
Uh-oh. Andy, steel yourself.
I'm Steele. Come on.
Say hello to my partner, Sergeant William Crowley.
William?
Andrew?
For the past 2 years, you have been combing out a policewoman.
Police?
Don't worry, I can't bust you for gossip. Now, tell me what you think from both of you. For Hawaii. I want the truth now.
For Hawaii? Let it all hang out. You're not going to need me over there.
You don't like it, do you?
I think it might be nice on Pete.
Buzz. Don't run away.
Mr. Thompson from de Blasio Advertising is here, sir.
Yeah, well, give me a chance to catch my breath, huh? And send him in. Why don't you leave your vital statistics with my secretary? And I'll call you later. That's, Lori?
Lori.
Lori. Ciao.
No?
From Seattle. Nice, huh? Mm-hmm. How'd you like an exclusive on that, Jack?
Oh, you know we can't. What would we do with Midge?
Dumper. Midge's old hat. By the way, how are the, Muller shampoo sales going?
Oh, that's just it, Sean. Sales are skyrocketing. And, old man Muller is convinced it's the Midge Cleary image that's doing it. He wants an exclusive with her.
So why come to me, sweetheart? She's Liz's client.
That's the problem. The Dragon Lady wants an eye and a leg to close the deal.
Okay, Jack, let's have it.
To sign an exclusive with Midge, Liz also wants to sign an exclusive with her. That means using only Liz models, none from you. None from any other agency.
And you're gonna knuckle under to that? Great.
What can we do? Muller Shampoo is our biggest account. And the old man will pull it if we don't sign Midge to an exclusive.
You keep repeating that word.
It's the word. What can we do?
Yes, Mr. Paul.
Get me Liz Adams. And I want Liz Adams personally, not one of her flunkies.
Tony, you do not seem to understand this is a business I am trying to run.
I seem to recall that I am a part of that business, Elizabeth.
Yes, a very active part. After hours.
Look, love, I enjoy the company of beautiful women. That has never been a secret.
Well, just leave my girls alone. Especially the night before a job call. Adriana came in this morning a wreck. I had to replace her at the last minute.
Look, can we continue this discussion some other time? I mean, you're busy, and I do have to be running around.
Tony, I'm warning you. Leave them alone. Yes.
John Paul on the phone.
Put him on. John, what's on your mind?
You, beautiful. And a friendly chat over, lunch or dinner?
Well, I'd love to, except my calendar is all filled up.
So's mine, sweetie. That noise you just heard? That's my calendar being cleared.
Tomorrow night.
Tonight.
Tonight. My place. 8-ish. We'll have cocktails.
I'll bring along a bottle. Something light and charming.
That'll be nice. John, for our little chat, I think you ought to seriously consider the possibility of a merger between our two agencies. The money will be obscenely good, and you'll still have your crumbs to play around with. See you tonight, darling.
8 sharp. Ciao.
Ciao. Oh, I've got you hanging on the ropes, and there's nothing you can do about it. Darling. Darling, you're early.
Hey, Bill. I always wanted to kiss a guy with a pineapple in each hand.
You like it so
the grass.
So what is the very first thing you're going to do once you land?
Wring the tears out of my handkerchief, then I'm going to strip down to the briefest bikini allowed, and I'm going to bake and broil. And where is my drink? Ah, bless you.
The second thing I want you to do is to have a Mai Tai on me. A double Mai Tai.
You got it.
I'll get that.
If it's for me, tell him I'm in the shower with friends.
Yeah, hello? He's here. Just a minute. William. For you, buddy.
I wonder what she wants.
Come on now.
Thank you.
I'm not so sure about that. It's not Raquel Welch calling.
Hello. Oh, yeah, put him on. Wait, Paul.
Will you be going to the Big Island, Pepper?
Yeah, I'm going to Maui and Kauai and Molokai. I've saved for this for 3 years. I'm going to shoot the works. And I'm going to sun and read and relax.
I just got a call.
Have you ever been to the island of Kamanawan?
Then, Parks, and I would suggest you just look into something a little less comfortable, because he wants to see us right away.
Why didn't you tell him I broke my leg?
Well, then I'd have to tell him that we had to shoot you.
I know it's late, but Homicide has asked for our help.
Captain, I leave for Hawaii in the morning.
I've got a gut feeling about this case, and I want to start moving on as soon as possible. We'll get a lot of flack from the chief and the newspapers if we don't come up with a quick answer.
You mean it wasn't robbery?
No, nothing was taken. And you can forget about prints. They used gloves.
Captain, what's this gut reaction you mentioned?
Well, I think whoever killed Elizabeth Adams had to be somebody she knew. Certainly she's going to look through the viewer in the door before she opens it to make sure it's someone she recognized. And there's our problem. The people Elizabeth Adams would know are influential, well-known in many cases, even famous. So we're going to have to handle this with kid gloves. Not push, but still get the information. Now, Crowley, you'd be in charge of an open investigation, but I think it would be extremely helpful if we could get an inside track to the model world scene, or whatever you want to call it. Pepper?
Yes.
Have you bought clothes for your vacation yet?
Practically a whole new wardrobe. I even bought a new straw hat.
Good. That'll save the department a little money. You can use them when you apply for the modeling job tomorrow. Pepper, you're the best man for the job. Will you do it for me?
Yes, sir.
I'd have to guess New York, right?
No, most of my work was in the San Francisco area.
Well, this is the best portfolio I've seen in months. Great look, great legs, but, excuse me. Jean Paul Agency? Yes. Wait, let me put K on. Casey, can you grab line 3? It's Vimco deodorant. The gal you sent over has flabby elbows. Actually, we're not taking on any new girls at the moment. You know, I'm sorry to have to say that, but on the other hand, Lido Panio, strictly COD. I mean, if you're right, good. If you're not, no reimbursement for the inconvenience. You have to do that with new girls, okay?
All right.
Name?
Pepper. Piper.
Pepper Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers?
Stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum.
Very hip. Good identification. Here, fill in the rest. Here's the photographer's name. He wants you there at 11. Sharp.
Today?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Pepper Piper. Pepper Piper, San Francisco. Great folio.
Among other things.
Ready? Blast away.
Fabulous. You look gorgeous. Now lick your lips. The dress is divine. You are a major beauty. Woo! Hold it. Great. Great, sweetheart. Hold it. Perfect. Let me focus. Got it. You got it, baby. Nostalgia's in. Give him a little bit of the 50s and you got it made.
Did Liz Adams start this way?
No way, baby. In her day, a bit of stocking was thought of as shocking. Now, that's fabulous.
She's not that old.
Liz? Like Methuselah, she lived 900 years too long.
I get the feeling you didn't particularly like her.
Who did?
Why's that?
Because she was trying to be a monopoly, and nobody likes that. Now sit down for a minute and take it easy.
Good old Liz is gonna have the biggest funeral this town has seen in years.
Well, how? Nobody liked her.
That's just the point. We're all gonna show up to see if she's really dead. Then we can all rest in peace. Amen. Hey, baby, you really got great legs.
Can't tell the players without a scorecard.
The one in black with the white blouse is Eleanor Pom Pom Simpson. The one in the black cape is Karen Chi-Chi Hagenson.
Sound like a couple of strippers.
Yeah, they were models when names like Candy and Choo Choo were in. They worked at the same time Liz Adams did.
Ladies, pardon me. May I speak to you just a second? Could you tell me exactly when the last time was that you three saw each other?
5 years ago, wasn't it, Karen?
Oh, at least. Closer to 6. It was at our reunion in New York, remember?
Yes. I haven't been down to see Liz since. She was always so busy.
Now, neither of you ladies continued your modeling career after your marriages. Why was that exactly? Well, we were in the business nearly 10 years. The average model only lasts about 5. I think we did our fair share of modeling, wouldn't you say, Ellen?
Well, yes, although I am considering some offers to... well, this is no time to discuss trivia. Karen?
Lizzie's waiting. And she never liked to be kept waiting.
Today, we are gathered together here to pay our final respects to a truly great individual, Elizabeth Adams, your friend and mine.
Speak for yourself, Reverend.
What can I say about such a well-known personality when everything has been said?
Not everything, but I can't say it here. Be sacrilegious.
Many of you here today were recipients of her vast generosity. To be
Actually, she was good to me, John.
As she so often put
Really,
it,
she was a real good lady.
need and honor.
Are you stoned?
As quite a few of you here know, to be an old friend, as I was fortunate to be, means my life was richer and happier for having known such a great lady who, with her heavy schedule, always found time to help us here with our charities and benefit programs. There is only one life, and that life is God's life, and it is perfect. And that life right now is Elizabeth Adams' life. She is in complete harmony with the divine spirit of God.
I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A little bit. Hang on, a little bit further. Here you go. There you go.
I just can't believe this. She didn't deserve to die. To go like that. Shot. Oh, my God.
Close your eyes and rest. Rest. That's it.
Excuse me. Can I help?
Yes, you certainly can. What's your name?
Pepper.
Pepper, I'm Tony. And yes, you can help me. I warn you, I just may go into shock if you don't join me for dinner tonight.
Seriously, Mr. Mann.
Eleanor? Oh, don't take this seriously. She still calls it swooning. It's quite calculated, I assure you.
Couldn't I get her a glass of water?
Sherry, if that's still her favorite, would bring her around quicker. But I suppose you can't get any wine in here unless you go through proper channels. Hey, she's coming around. Hope you do the same. Come around, that is. You know, I've got a really fun yacht.
I've heard.
So you said no to a yacht?
It was easy.
Well, maybe you should have said yes.
Why?
Because I checked the guy out. Listen to this. Anthony Mann, 55 years of age. Loaded down with real estate money and oil money and money. Married 5 times to date. First wife, Elizabeth Adams.
Say that again?
I didn't stutter, sweetheart. He's married our victim.
Well, he certainly didn't act like a husband at a wife's funeral.
So he probably forgot he was ever married to her. You know, a guy with all those lovely little ladies, it's hard to remember anything.
He bankrolled Liz Incorporated, which probably means he still has a chunk of the action.
I'll check him out.
Yeah. Now, what about Greg Peters, your friendly neighborhood photographer? You know, I hear he hated the lady.
Yeah, well, I'm running a check on him. His alibi is he was at his mother's for a weekly dinner, but we'll see.
Okay. I think I'll work on some of the models.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
You know, as far as I'm concerned right now, the #1 suspect, motive-wise, is John Paul.
Okay, why?
According to the scuttlebutt in the industry, he and Liz Adams hated each other worse than kids hate castor oil. I think I'll try to get a line on him from his girlfriend. Did you ever get a name?
Cheryl Bell.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Sergeant Crowley.
Well, you really should have called. I can't expect a girl to always be presentable.
I'm sure you always are, Miss Bell.
Well, almost always. You want some wine or something?
Oh, no, it's a little early for me, thanks.
What was it that you wanted to talk to me about?
I want to talk to you about Liz Adams. You worked for her, didn't you?
Yes. I guess you heard we had a fight when I left.
I heard something about that, yeah.
That wasn't as bad as it sounds, Sergeant. Lots of models change agencies every day.
You're John Paul's girlfriend, isn't that right?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you something straight on, Miss Bell. Do you know if John Paul had anything at all to do with the murder?
Sergeant, if you're trying to find out where John was the night Liz was killed, he was with me all night.
And Greg Peters called. Said we're sensational posing for the Lido Pantyhose account.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, I can't see it myself.
Use your imagination, Mr. Paul. It's sometimes better.
Touché, sweetheart. What would you say to an exclusive contract with me? The John Paul Agency.
I've only been in town a few days.
And you want to shop around?
That's right. I'm in no terrific rush.
You won't find a better offer. And I think we can work out an arrangement for commissions.
What about the Liz Agency?
Dead. At least Liz is. And without Liz, there is no agency. The John Paul Agency is now #1. How about it?
I'll let you know tomorrow. Okay?
Dinner tomorrow night?
Dinner?
I'll cook it myself. Actually, I'm an excellent cook. Have you ever had Long Island duckling with tangerines?
No, but I think I'm going to.
And why don't you come informal? Barry.
John,
Don't you ever knock?
I'd like to talk to you. Alone.
I'm leaving. What time tomorrow night, John?
10. Mallorca has spoiled me for early dining.
Isn't that the way? Goodbye.
Tomorrow night? You're having dinner with her tomorrow night?
Strictly business, baby. Can you believe anyone that looks like that, an advertising executive? Could mean a big account for us.
What's her name?
Mrs. Piper.
Mrs.?
Mrs. A very happily married Mrs. You know, the first thing she walked in and showed me a picture of her husband? Better looking than me, if you can believe.
What agency is she with?
Oh, I don't know, a new one. Some kind of a French name. And you know me and French. I'll find out for you and you can check it out if you want, all right? Hey, come on, baby. It's strictly business. Strictly business.
When will the agency be opening again?
Well, tomorrow, hopefully.
What time?
You're not one of our girls?
No, but
She should be, Bernie. Most definitely.
Good morning, Mr. Mann. Good to see you.
Miss Pepper Piper, right?
Right.
Well, it's an unforgettable name. Also an unforgettable face. How about lunch? On dry land. Now, you can't refuse me twice.
Well,
Good. That smile says yes. I couldn't take a frown for an answer. Not this time, anyway.
Come in, Miss Pepper, please.
Thank you.
Would you mind waiting in the reception room for just a minute while I talk over a little business with Bernie?
Of course not.
We'll use Elizabeth's office.
Sure.
Don't go away. This won't take long.
You can't.
Oh, but I can. I am. See, my agreement with Liz was quite simple. Whoever survived got the business. I survived.
Over the years, only because she promised that I would take over the business.
You're forgetting, Bernie, that she did not retire. She died. She was murdered. Do I have to spell it out for you? All right. I will. The business belongs to me.
Sure, but you'll need help.
No, Bernie. This I want to run my way. Why, it's the dream of every red-blooded American boy to own his very own modeling agency filled with the world's most gorgeous women. That's a job that I want to handle alone. Take your time packing. We won't be reopening for several days.
She was really beautiful.
A magnificent first wife. Ready for lunch? I know this terrific new little crepe just down the street.
Sounds delicious.
I think you'll like it.
It's a great motive for murder. I might even be tempted myself.
Well, it'd be kind of tough for me with all those lovely ladies being a celibate.
What'd you have, a hamburger, Pepper?
Oh, after all those crepes, Tony made me try about 20 different kinds.
Tony?
Oh, you're getting kind of chummy with our suspects, huh, Bill?
Pete, he is not a suspect. His yacht with him aboard was on its way up from Baja at the time of the murder, and the Coast Guard has it on record.
I'll pick up her car.
No, I'll get it.
I'll get it.
Thank you.
209. You have any change, man? You got 9 cents?
Old guy bought a house that way, bro.
Mind taking care of?
Oh, thanks, William.
Pepper, you saw Eleanor Simpson's and John Paul's names on Liz Adams' incoming telephone calls, right?
Yes.
Well, that means both of them must have talked to her the day she was murdered. Wonder why.
I don't know. Eleanor Simpson's call came from San Francisco. It seems they talked from time to time. I checked it out. Girl talk, probably.
How'd you check it out?
I called San Francisco, talked to the maid.
Why'd you talk to the maid? Why didn't you talk to her?
She said the lady of the house has left for her cabin near Vancouver, and she left right after the funeral. Maybe I can find out why John Paul called her that day. I'm seeing him for dinner tonight at 10.
Maybe you won't have to keep that date. I just may run interference for you.
Are you sure? I know what they say about being on duty, but...
No, thanks. I'm fine.
I'm sure. Frankly, I was surprised and a bit nervous when you called and asked to see me. Am I under any kind of suspicion?
Mr. Paul, a lot of people are under suspicion, under proven innocent. I'd just like to clear up a confusing point right now. When was the last time you talked to Liz Adams?
Obviously, Sergeant, you're not familiar with the modeling business. You see, Liz Adams and I were not exactly what you'd call on speaking terms. It's been maybe 2 or 3 years since we've talked.
And I've got to assume that when you called her on the day of the murder, you didn't talk to her. Your incoming call was logged.
It was a major goof in my devious scheme to cover my tracks. That was and is the only time I've talked to her, and it was only for a moment.
What'd you talk about?
It was about a mutual client. The call was on impulse. Stupid impulse.
This mutual client would have been Cheryl Bell, by any chance? We understand that she left Liz's agency to sign up with you.
Yes, as a matter of fact, it was about Cheryl.
And?
Well, Sergeant, that's a little personal. Must I go into details?
Miss Bell's already told me that she was with you the night of the murder.
And you don't believe her?
Mr. Paul, in a murder investigation, look, I mean, you take everything with a grain of salt. No, right now, I have no reason for not believing her. Or you. Thank you very much for your time.
Liz Incorporated.
Who in the hell saw that incoming calls log?
I don't know, Mr. Paul. I tore out the page the minute I came in this morning.
Someone saw it before that. Now, who was in the office?
Only Bernie and Mr. Mann that I know of. And some model, new one. Pepper Piper.
Yeah, she was here too.
Okay, I've reloaded. I've got one more roll. The wind machine's on. The bikini looks sensational. Honey, you look so gorgeous.
Hey,
Let me
hurry,
just
I'm
get this.
freezing.
Oh, come on. You look so beautiful. Now, just hold it. Gorge. That's right. Major career for you. Sweetheart, one more angle. You are going to love this. I promise you a cover. It is so fabulous. Wait a minute. Let me just get this. That's it. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Got it. Now, why don't you get out of those things? I know you must be freezing.
Oh, you must have shot 200 today. Why don't you just use a movie camera?
Oh, hey, is my little Cheryl in a snit? What's your beef? Now, don't tell me it couldn't be that new girl in town, could it? The Lido pantyhose model, perhaps?
All right, what's our little secret? Just between us. Oh, come on, Greg. You're dying to tell me, so tell me.
Okay. Did John sign Pepper Piper? I know he was interested in her a lot.
Oh, really? Well, for your information, Mrs. Piper just happens to be an advertising executive.
Those legs I photographed? An advertising lady executive? Oh, baby, come on.
You lied to me.
A pale beige fib, there's a difference.
Is there? And what about Liz? Were you lying about that, too? John, where were you the night the police think you were with me?
I was with you, you know that. What's the matter with you?
Not when she was killed, not then, and there's nothing the matter with me.
Okay. Harper Gal is not an advertising executive. But I don't think she's a model either. She's been snooping around Liz's place. Could be a undercover type.
A cop?
That's what I'm gonna find out tonight.
You mean you're keeping your dinner date? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh, that's just great. What's on for the evening? Duckling with passion fruit?
Cheryl, I could be saving your hide. She could be trying to get to you through me. It could have nothing to do with Liz. Now, love, come on, baby. You gotta trust me. Don't do anything foolish, huh? Okay. It's okay, baby.
Probably, yeah.
All I'm saying is that John Paul knows that a certain blonde is not an advertising executive or a model.
And she's real smart. She won't go over there to see him tonight.
Am I coming through clear, Crowley?
Hello? Hello? Hey, Pete. Where's Pepper? Pepper.
Something's up.
Something's off. Your candlelit dinner.
What's going on?
I just got a call from his girlfriend. At least it sounded like her. She says they both know that you're not a model.
I didn't blow my cover.
You either blew it or it's a very good guess.
But I couldn't have.
Yeah, well, whatever. You just call him and tell him you got this headache.
Bill,
Yeah?
let me run with what we got. Let me do my thing.
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, John. I really am. I'm really sorry.
About what?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
You're stoned again.
No, I'm not really.
You promised me you're off of that stuff. What stupid thing did you do this time,
Nothing.
Cheryl?
I didn't.
Tell me!
I told that Sergeant Crowley not to let that blonde come here tonight.
What else did you tell him? That I was dangerous? That I was a killer? That I was a doper like you?
I did. Ah! I'm sorry, John. I didn't mean to.
Mr. Paul? Hope this isn't a bad time for you.
No, come on in, Sergeant.
Oh. I guess it is a bad time for you.
Look, Crawley, you don't have to play cozy with me. You know that Pepper, whatever her real name is, coming in for dinner tonight.
I do. You tell me.
You want me to tell you that I killed Liz Adams? Is that what you want me to say?
Did you?
Come on.
Tell me something, Mr. Paul. You get your kicks slapping women around, things like that?
Cheryl?
Sergeant Crowley?
Miss Bell?
Did I hurt you, baby? Our cop friend apparently was listening outside the door.
Why'd you phone me, Miss Bell? You seemed pretty concerned about my partner at the time. Yeah, that's right, my partner. Her name's Sergeant Anderson. She's trying to find out who murdered Liz Adams.
Well, it wasn't John. He was with me all night. Now, I'll swear to that on a stack of Bibles. He was here with me.
You want her to swear to that on just one Bible? In court?
I was at Liz's home that night.
John!
But I didn't see her.
Why'd you go there?
The call from Liz that day? We made arrangements to meet for drinks at her place at 8. Just the two of us. Got there, the house was dark. I rang the doorbell anyway, but nobody answered. Then I came home.
And I was here. And we were together all night. I mean, the rest of the night.
I'm gonna have to ask you to come down to headquarters with me and repeat those statements.
Why?
It's all right, baby. It's gonna be all right.
Might as well wait for Sergeant Anderson. What time's she due?
Well, she said she'd be delayed, but she should have been here by now.
What does that mean?
She phoned earlier and said she'd be a half an hour or so late.
Did she tell you why?
It was about the newspaper item. You know, the gossip column in the Daily Herald.
No, I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
It was about spotting Pom Pom. That's Eleanor Simpson. Walking down Wildwood Avenue alone. Dark glasses, her collar up. Like Garbo taking one of her strolls.
Is Eleanor Simpson still in town?
One of my friends saw her at her hotel yesterday.
What hotel?
Chateau Dinard.
Who is it?
Pepper Anderson.
Who?
I'm a friend of Tony Mann's. I'd like to talk to you. May I come in?
Yes.
Thank you.
You were in the chapel.
Yes.
One of Liz's girls.
I was in the chapel, but I'm a policewoman.
What is it that I can do for you?
I'd like to ask you a few questions that might help us with our investigation.
Of course. Would you like a drink?
Oh, no. Why are you here, Miss Simpson?
I don't understand the question.
Well, I called you, and your housekeeper said that you'd left for Canada.
Oh, yes. That's exactly what I told her to say.
Why is that?
Because I don't want to be bothered by anyone. You see, I've been feeling rather ill since the services for Liz, and I just want to be by myself. No traveling, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I Well, I'm feeling a little better now.
So now you'll be leaving.
Yes. There's a midnight flight to San Francisco. I'll be on it.
There was a notation in Liz Adams' office for her to call you on the day she was murdered. Did she?
Yes.
Did she give any indication that she felt threatened by anyone, by anything?
No. She was, she sounded like Liz. She was perfectly happy, content, confident. Liz. I'm really sorry. I mean, I just don't think I can be very much help.
Are you all right?
No, that's all right. I'm still really not feeling all that well. I have a terrible headache. One of those awful migraines. Pills, my pills. I know I packed them, but where? Oh, yes. What did you say your name was?
Sergeant Anderson.
Well, Sergeant, I assume that you carry one of these in your purse. So I would suggest that you put it down. Put it down!
Why did you fly down here and kill her with that after you talked on the phone? What did she say?
She asked me how her favorite closet drunk was doing with the booze. She was always very direct, Liz was. And I said I'd been cutting down. And she said, well, that's wonderful, darling. But I hear you want to go back to work again, and I have just the thing for you. It shoots here tomorrow, she said, so why don't you come on down tonight? And I said, anything for you, Liz. And then I asked her about the job. It was a wrinkle cream ad. Before and after. All you have to do is show yourself twice. Once, like it is, darling. And then we'll airbrush the hell out of you. She was telling me that I was old. She wanted to humiliate me in front of the whole world by showing that I was old. And old means ugly. And I am not.
You are still very beautiful, but you're not well. You've been drinking.
You just sit right back down. Don't you move.
If you don't give me your gun, I can't get you any help.
Where? In prison? A sanitarium? Oh, no, I can just hear them all in places like that. Screaming and... Look at her. She's old, ugly and old.
You're not. No, you're not. Look. Look in that mirror. Look at yourself. Look inside. You are beautiful. Look. Look at yourself. Look inside yourself. You're a beautiful woman. She was wrong. You see? You are beautiful. You are. We have to go now.
Pepper, we're gonna be in serious trouble if you don't step on it.
We'll make it. We'll make it.
You ready?
Just about.
Huh? What's the matter?
I'm tired. It took me 4 hours to make out that report last night. I'm gonna need Hawaii after her. Hey, why don't you spring me for an extra week? You can do it.
Only if I can join you for the last 2.
I'm booked for a single room, and I'll be flitting from island to island.
Well, maybe I'll come over and flit with you.
Who would water my plants?
I'll get a long hose. Come on. We'll talk about it on the way to the airport.
Oh, yeah, we better go. Oh.
You want me to get there?
No.
You sure?
Okay.
Yeah, hello? Oh, no, she left for the airport about 2 hours ago. This is the housekeeper. She said something about never coming back, but I think she was joking. Who? Yeah? Captain Parks? Yeah? Oh, yeah, the same to you.